Good morning, everyone. Hopefully you're doing well. I can't believe we're already in the first week of October. It's pretty crazy what's happening and how fast things are going this year, but it's good. Stuff is going well. I wanted to let you guys know we have a couple birthdays this month. Vadim's birthday is today, so happy birthday, Vadim. Jose's is on Friday. Happy birthday, Jose. Zach's is on the 10th. Nancy's the 17th. Olivia on the 23rd, and Leslie on the 30th. So happy birthday to all of our Libras and Scorpios here. Again, just a reminder, if you know of anyone looking for more business or any new people who are thinking about getting their license, please let me know. We especially need coverage in Queens. I can't tell you how many rocket leads are being given out for Queens and the Bronx right now. We've pretty good coverage in the Bronx. Queens, we're still a little lacking. And I know some of you are traveling a little outside of your usual area, so thank you for that, to kind of handle these leads. You know, they are working out very well. A couple agents have closed, you know, multiple Rocket Homes leads, so that's great. And again, if you know of any experienced agents who are looking to join and they come over, there's actually a kind of cash bonus for you guys. So if you do know of anyone, please introduce me and we can kind of talk about that further. Walt Disney, you guys all know who he is. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing, right? You know, I talk to you guys about this a lot in our one-on-ones and when we talk on the phone. You know, really what you have to do is get off your butt, right? That's the biggest thing in this business. You have to do stuff. It's really a simple business. And I think, you know, we'll see at the end of the presentation with the slides for the successes, the people who are actually out there in the field and working are making money, right? They're closing deals, they're doing extremely well. Many people are having their best year yet. And again, we still have, 3 months left to go. So that's pretty awesome. You know, again, stop talking, stop just coming to trainings and start actually doing the actionable items that we talk about, right? You know, one of the agents sent out a mass email, got a listing presentation off of it, right? It's that simple. You know, start targeting your neighborhood, start doing the things that you need to do to get in front of more people, and you will be successful. Market update. You know, I just want to take a minute before I kind of go into the Urban Digs market update and the market report. And just, you know, for anyone who's actually out there in the field, you know, what are you seeing? What are you seeing happening, you know, with rentals, with rental clients, with buyers, with sellers and things like that. So, if, you know, why don't we have someone unmute themselves and kind of just talk about what you're seeing when you're out there, and just give a little clarity, right? Hey, I'm working with a buyer in this price point, and this is what we're seeing. Does anyone want to go, or should I call on someone? Julie, what did you see with your buyer you were working with in Long Island City?
Hi, Jason. Hi, everybody else. Yeah, good morning. They are doing well, and the buyer in the Long Island City will be closing at the end of this month. I also have other buyers in New York City. It's about in the contract.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I think from a buyer market, it's not. I don't see the slowing down, and the rental definitely goes up. More people want to rent, and I think there's still people want to see how the market goes. And even though you tell them that Manhattan is the next market you should get there, I mean, they believe what you say, but they still have fears for Manhattan. They still not like 100% confident about Manhattan yet. But on the other side, like Jersey City, Jersey, Hoboken, and Long Island City, Brooklyn, people really rush into there. I think the peak time is over. That's during the like before September. Right now, it's slowing down a little bit. People still buying it. Yeah, that's how I see it.
That's great. And when you were working with or again, you know, your Long Island City buyers, did you see that there was a lot on the market, or were places going into contract quickly? Kind of what was the speed of the market?
The Long Island City market is a buyer's market. Because there's so many availables in the buildings, but also it definitely buyer's market. It's good time to introduce buyers to Long Island City.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Julie. I guess, Anthony, do you want to tell us what's going on with the rental market and what you're seeing kind of with rental inventory in Manhattan?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
I feel like the rental market's been slowing down. Inventory is definitely filled up in Manhattan. And a lot of the OPs went away. So it's, it's getting a little bit more difficult in the rental market for sure. But there's still some clients out there looking for a place to live, and there are still people moving. You just got to work a little bit harder.
Okay. Great. Anyone else want to comment on what they're seeing with the market? Ken, do you want to talk about what you're seeing? Ken's been working on some sale listings in Sullivan County. What are you seeing up there, Ken? Oh, maybe no Ken.
I just had to unmute myself. Sorry about that. So I agree. On the rental side, the OPs are going away, but more importantly, the rents that they're advertising are very high. And people are still looking for 2 bedrooms at $2,000 a person, so 4,000. I try to get them up to 5,000, and there's nothing there anyway. So it's very difficult. Regarding on the sales side, I live at Kips Bay Towers, and somebody I've known for a long time blasted out an email from the condo mail list and said that they are looking to sell by owner. So I met with him and discussed it, and where we're at right now is I could find a buyer and he'll pay 2.5%.
Great.
He's going to try to sell it on his own. So it's kind of a unique situation. Nobody else has it. There's another broker he might go with. But I'm going to get a set of keys, and he's letting me show it. It's vacant, and it's a little overpriced for the market, but it's in immaculate condition. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. He's asking 1.63 million. I did go and see it and took some pictures, and he said he doesn't really know the market. So I gave him some comps, and he would take 1.6. He might even take, in the 1.5s. I said I would be happy to get you an offer in the 1.5s because combinations are 2 bedrooms and a 1-bedroom combined or a studio combined, and they've been selling at 1.8 million. So if you subtract out the value of the studio and even just put a low number like 400,000, that would put the 2 bedrooms at 1.4, but there was one that sold at 1.5 in worse condition. So I think he could get a 1.55 buyer because it's beautiful. If anybody wants to work with me on showing a buyer, we can figure out the commission split. I mean, 2.5% on a 1.5 is still a nice check.
Definitely.
It's not 6%, but I don't know if anyone gets that. I can't imagine.
Yeah, again, Ken, if you want to send an email over, I can send it out to the office with details and stuff like that. Yeah,
I'm going to keep it vague because it's not listed.
Sure.
But I'll put the details on, what encompasses. I'll even, if you want, Jason, I can send you some photos if you could want to include those.
Yeah, I'll send it around to everyone. So that's great.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks, Ken. Anyone else want to kind of comment on what they're seeing with the market? Going once. Okay, we'll keep going. Just again to kind of let you know. Here's the breakdown. This will be going out later today to everyone. This is basically the breakdown, and this is not very readable. You'll get the full version, but basically we have a slight reduction in average sale price over the last year, and again, I think that's because a lot of things are selling in the kind of more entry level price points. They kind of talk about that. Supply is down from a year ago, which kind of makes sense. And days on market is actually up a bit from a year ago. So, again, depending on where you're looking, obviously Upper Manhattan prices are up, Upper West Side, Upper East Side, Midtown. Again, depending on what the average prices are and things like that. Downtown still, again, highest average price point. We're at 1.494 million for the average sale price. So again, this will go out so you guys can kind of use it. Again, use it as a tool, right? You can send out bits of it from a mass email and stuff like that. You can send the whole report to your clients. Again, Urban Digs is an amazing tool for market data for Manhattan and Brooklyn. You guys all have a free subscription for 2 weeks. Just use your Weichert email. If you find that you like it, you're using it, I can give you a full paid subscription. You do not have to pay for it, but I just want to make sure that the people we are giving it to, because we pay for it, are actually using it. So again, really, really great for comps, great for pricing things. And there's some really nice infographics that you can pull. It's in some of the YouTube videos that I have up. That way you can kind of send those out to clients or use them for mass emails through my Weichert. Just a reminder, because I get this question all the time, and I just want everyone to know, again, there is a shared Google Drive that I've shared with most of you. If you don't have access to the Google Drive, send me an email saying, please add me to the Google Drive. All of the New York forms are in there. Basically, if you go into your Gmail account and log into your Gmail account, top right, there's like 9 little buttons, or there's a button that has like 9 little dots on it. If you click there and click Drive, when you go in on the left side, it's going to say shared with me, and the file will be in there with all of the files, basically, for the New York office. I've also started to make templates for our most commonly used forms, the rental disclosures and the sale disclosures specifically. Those have been shared with some of you in DocuSign. Again, what you can do is all you have to do is type in the client's name, you send it to them, you put in your information, everyone signs all the disclosures, you've got them moving forward, right? So it's pretty fast. If you don't have access to those, again, everyone has a full subscription to DocuSign that Weichert pays for. You don't have to pay for your own. If you don't know what your login is, whatever email you have in your My Weichert account, when you log into my.weichert.com, top right-hand corner, it will have an email address. That is what email they use to create your DocuSign account. Log into DocuSign with that, and you can say forgot password. They'll send you your password. You've got the full subscription, and once you're in there, then I can share these files with you. So again, just send me an email saying, hey, I'd like the DocuSign file shared. And again, if you're not on the Google Share Drive, it has all the New York forms, the disclosures, leases, riders, sample stuff. Everything's on there. So just ask me for access to that. Again, a reminder, yesterday we went over board packages. Every Tuesday at 11, we have a workshop. I send it out afterwards so you can watch it. But again, we had a really great session yesterday, some great questions. So thank you everyone who attended. Again, I'm not going to be here next week, and we'll go over that at the end, but we'll send out an email with what the next one's going to be for the workshop. And again, company prospecting session every Thursday from 10:30 to 12. And it's a great way to expand your client base, to hear ways that are working for other people across the company for getting more clients. Yeah, again, if you're not out, at least twice a week with people, you don't have enough clients, right? And so attend this prospecting session, right? Come into the office tomorrow. We can do it in person. We can go over how to make the calls. I can help coach you and things like that. Again, you can do it over Zoom as well. I'll send out the Zoom link for it. It's a great way to build your business, to get more people you're working with. Again, it's all about prospecting, right? It's all about prospecting, getting more people to work with. And so again, please join us on Thursday. And just again, as a reminder, with the Rocket Mortgage Specialist program, we have a ton of people looking to buy in Queens and Brooklyn. So if those are neighborhoods you're willing to work in, let me know. And we've got priority to anyone who has one key MLS. Again, there is a referral fee due. Again, it goes without saying that it's not great, but it's a way to build your business, right? And many people who are on this call or who are in the office have gotten leads from Weichert Lead Network, from Rocket Mortgage, from other places. They've closed on those people, and those people refer them people, right? And there's no referral fee due on that, right? This is a way to supplement your income and build your business. And again, I'd rather be working with someone than nobody. So if you are interested and aren't a part of the Rocket Mortgage Specialist program, just send me an email and I will get you on that as well. Jamie's not able to be here today. Again, just a reminder, we have Jamie, our Weichert insurance specialist. Here's his cell phone number. If you don't have it, put it in your phone. Here's his email address. If you don't have it, again, he's CC'd on all of our emails, so you can get it there. Again, I always introduce Jamie to my clients kind of at the get-go, right? Or once we have an accepted offer. Hey, Juan, I wanted to connect you with my amazing insurance specialist, Jamie Goldberg with Weichert Insurance. He can help you get insurance for your new home or for your rental property. He was actually able to save me on my policy, and I know the same for you, right? Jamie did our policy for us. So again, just send that introductory email. That way, Jamie won't be calling you and saying, hey, can I have your client's phone number? Again, just introduce them from the get-go and let them take it from there. And as a reminder, they are giving all of us, this is just for agents, $50 if you have him look at your homeowners, renters, or auto insurance. And with that, we'll give it over to Doug Cleary, who's our Weichert Financial mortgage specialist.
Thanks, Jason. Do you have the slides?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, and just a reminder, same thing like I do with Jamie. I always introduce Doug. I know he's working with many of our clients now, but again, just send him a quick intro email. He can always check the rate, make sure it's good if they're using someone, or he can help get them pre-approved if they do not have a mortgage broker.
Okay, so let's go to the next slide. I just want to give you a quick overview of what's been going on in the market. The market has been exceptionally stable, and it's just starting now to show signs of going up. And traditionally what happens sometimes is when it goes up very quickly. We haven't seen that yet, but we're seeing indications that, you know, the low might be behind us. We're still at very good levels, but we're starting to see a little pull upwards. Every week, there's all kinds of economic data that comes up. This past week, there's a lag period too. This is all from last week. Personal income, all these factors indirectly go into where retail rates are. Personal income was slightly lower than expected. Consumer spending was still positive, still increasing. So the actual economic growth was increased from quarter to quarter. So these are good signs for the economy, but many times if the economy is very healthy, it can be bad for interest rates. Mortgage rates went up a little bit from last week to this week. This week we have a jobs report that's coming out. And again, every week there's all different reports. Most of the time nothing really happens, but sometimes a report that's issued is very different than what was expected, and that could sort of spook the market. So let's look at the next slide. There is still a sense of urgency. While they pulled up a little bit, they are still very close to the all-time low. So if you're purchasing, this means that the cost of your money is on sale. If you're selling, if rates are low, you have more opportunities to get buyers. More buyers can afford the price point when interest rates are low. And of course, refinancing. Most of the people have refinanced, I would say. If you're not going to move and you have the ability to refinance, you really should. There's no reason not to before the train leaves the station. I mean, these rates are not going to stay at this level forever. And it also, a lot of agents, it gives them a reason to call. If you have a past client, not everyone follows the market. You might want to give them a call and say, by the way, did you know rates are low? If you haven't refinanced, you might want to consider it. Maybe that starts a conversation. Maybe that's good information for them and they would be interested in doing it. Maybe they're going to sell and maybe you have an opportunity to get more business that way. It's a reason to call. Let's see if we can go to the next slide. So this is where rates are. This is Freddie Mac does a survey every Thursday. The Freddie Mac average of everything they do is 3.01. This is with 0.7 points. This is up about 13 basis points from the previous week, which translates to about an 8. So, it's a little bit of a psychological barrier that we've crossed. We're now into the 3s last week, and for many weeks prior, we were in the 2s. So it's inching upward, but still very good. The 15 years at 2.28 with 0.6 points. If you paid a couple of points, you could still be below 2% on fixed money. Still very, very good. Let's see if we can go to the next slide. One thing, just people don't really think about a 20-year mortgage. It's generally the most common mortgage people get is a 30-year by far. Some people go with a 15-year. Of course, the payment's a lot higher, and that's not palatable to everybody. The 20-year is something people don't think about, but it is a benefit that some people can use. Of course, you're paying it off 10 years faster than the 30-year. The rate is generally a little bit better than the 30. It's not so much better, but it is a little bit of a benefit. I would say the main benefit is it forces you to pay it off in 20 years rather than some people make extra payments on a 30-year, but somehow they don't end up really doing it. They intend to, but they don't. If you get a 20-year mortgage, you will be done in 20 years if you keep it that long. Let's go to the next slide. This is just a little indication of what it would cost. If you had a $300,000 loan, the principal and interest payment on a 30-year fix would be $1,265. If you went with a 20-year fix, it's going to be about $400 more, and a 15-year is going to be $755 more. So again, the 15-year might not be what everyone can handle, but something to consider as a 20-year fix, just a different way of thinking. Trivia question of the week: how many comparable sales is required for a residential appraisal report? So this is a trivia question to let me know if you have any answers. The choices are no minimum, 2 comps, 3 comps, or 5 comps. Does anyone have any guesses? What's the minimum number of comps that we need for a residential appraisal report?
Either type in the chat box or. Anyone have a guess? Julie is saying C3.
Julie says 3.
Anthony
Anyone
said
else?
3.
3.
Yeah,
Three.
3.
3. So smart group, yeah, the answer is 3. We need at least 3. And depending on the property, if it's, depending on what's available, sometimes they require more. If the comps are older or if they're farther away, they'll require more. But that's basically it. If I can help anybody, if you're working with a buyer, if you could just, remember to introduce me. It's not a hard sell. I just tell them what I could do for them. If they already are pre-approved, I could let them know that they have a good situation or get them a better one. If you happen to be doing an open house and you want an affordability sheet, just give me an email or a text and I'm happy to do that for you too.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Doug.
Hey, Doug, I have a question. I'm sorry.
Sure.
When you're talking about 15 years mortgage and 30 years mortgage differences, of course, 20 years in between. So my question is, if someone cannot afford to pay the 15 years monthly payment, obviously that's higher, and they do the 30 years first, then when they have money, let's say they know they have income, and a few months later or a year later, they're gonna just like pay them more, like $200,000, let's say that. So the monthly fee is still low, but the interest, whatever the benefits they're still getting, is that better than just initial for the 15 years?
It's really personal preference. I mean, if you go with a 15-year, that's now your minimum payment. So depending on what the how stable the income is and things like that, it could, maybe it's a little bit too much for some people. You get a cheaper interest rate and you're sure to pay it off in that period of time. But another way to look at it is get a 30-year fixed, and it's just like you're saying, make extra payments when you can. And anytime you do that, any dollar above what you're required to pay goes directly to principal, which cuts down on the term. So, if somebody's bonused, for example, they get the bonus at the end of the year or the beginning of the following year, they can have it in their mind, well, I'm going to, put a portion of this aside to pay down my principal. It's just really personal preference, what a particular buyer wants to do.
Yes, I have buyers like that. They want to do 15 years, but they think the monthly payment is too high for them. So should I recommend them 30 years when you have the money, just to pay it off, towards to your principal? Is that correct to recommend?
Yeah, I mean, if they're hesitant, if they don't want to be burdened with the 15-year payment, that's a great strategy. Do a 30-year and just accelerate when you can. And I'd be happy to go over it with them too in more detail and give them some numbers. We can run an amortization chart. And they could see, 30-year fixed is very front loaded with interest. The payment's lower, but you're paying in total a lot more interest. But if you do the sort of hybrid of get the 30 and accelerate it on your own, it's not a bad strategy.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Thanks for the question, Julian. Thanks, Doug. Again, Liesel is unfortunately still out, but her information is here. Annabelle has been helping a few of you with kind of MTS related things. There's also a virtual MTS assistant that I can connect you with if you do need anything. So again, just send me an email if you need anything. Just a reminder, I've told many of you, but I'm going to be on vacation from the 10th to the 20th. So from next Monday through the following Wednesday. I'll send out an email about coverage, but again, Stephanie will be sending checks every Tuesday and Thursday evening. So if you have anything that needs to go in, Patty will be doing the processing. Again, I'll send out an email with all of that. So you just have to kind of scan everything and send it to her, and then we'll be good to go with that. But again, I will be gone for about 10 days starting this coming Monday. So again, if there's anything pressing, if you have a closing next week or the week after, if you don't know where something is, just try to get all the questions in within the next couple days. Okay, so again, I'm very happy and excited about this. I think we have more people on these slides than we ever have before because a lot of people are active, right? And that's a really, really great thing. So Zach and Michael, multiple rentals, congratulations. Brian, multiple rentals, congratulations. Crane had a closing at 345 East 81st Street, her first New York closing, so congratulations. Christine, multiple rentals. Christine F. Anthony, multiple rentals. Michael had multiple contracts signed and had closings as well. So congratulations, Michael. Nikki is actually currently at her first closing right now, but I wanted to say congratulations to Nikki. 9 Barrow Street, her first sale ever. So congratulations to Nikki for that. Christine Cameron had a couple of rentals. Congratulations, Christine. Suzanne and Karen had multiple rentals and closings as well. Congratulations to the 2 of them. Leslie, multiple rentals, closings, and stuff in contract I didn't even put on here. Congratulations, Leslie. Paris had multiple rentals. Congratulations, Paris. Julie had a closing at 571 Academy and a contract signed for Crescent Street in Long Island City. And as she mentioned, I guess she's got something else coming up. So congratulations to Julie. Voss, dozens of rentals. Again, he's crushing it with the rentals. So congratulations, Voss. Josh P had multiple rentals. Congratulations, Josh. Harvey, congratulations. First contract signed for building at 459th Street. So congratulations to Harvey. Michelle and Eunice, multiple contracts signed and closings at 25 Parade and 150 East 18th Street. Just to plug these a little bit, again, they have a number of sponsor units at these 2 buildings in Prospect Park South. Great buildings, great units, huge and very well priced, investor friendly. So definitely something to look into if you have anyone looking for, very nice large places in Brooklyn. Stephanie, multiple rentals, congratulations. Ellen signed contracts and closings. Congratulations to Ellen. Kirsten had board approval. Congratulations, Kirsten. Ricardo, rental at 111 Hicks. Congratulations. Aline Farku, 9229 Shore Road, did her first rental. Congratulations to you. Claire has her first deal in contract for a sale co-op in Queens. Congratulations, Claire. And again, I might have missed someone. If I did, I apologize, but many of you have accepted offers, new clients, new leads. Again, we've got a really, really nice active group of people, which is really exciting, and lots of energy. So again, I always like to give a little bit of time at the end. If anyone has a new listing that they want to announce to the office, or if they need something and they're not able to find it for a client, I will start off. I have a new rental listing it's either commercial or kind of live work. It's 296 Van Brunt Street in Red Hook, 1,200 square foot, open loft, 5,000 a month. It's a great space. It's right in the middle of like the Van Brunt drag in Red Hook. About a 10-minute walk to the subway, so not too far, all things considered. And you're actually a couple steps away from the ferry, so it's easy to get into downtown Manhattan that way. It's available immediately, and it can be a commercial space. It's like a storefront, or they can put in a kitchen and it can be used for kind of living, basically. So anyone else have something they'd like to announce?
Jason, I spend the weekends up in the Catskills, as you know, and I live at a condo complex that's right next to Villa Roma Resorts, which is full amenities, golf course, indoor and outdoor pools, and that's the attraction to living there. And I've gotten to know a lot of the owners, and I have 3 exclusive listings right now, and one that's in contract right now, so it's not available, but the price range is from 135,000 up until 220,000, different sizes. The smallest size is 1,150 square feet plus an extra enclosed room of 110 square feet. And then there's a 2,200 house that's also part of the condo complex, which has HOA fees, which are low and very low taxes.
Awesome. So again, anyone has anything, and that's in which town again, Ken?
Yeah, it's near, a lot of people know Bethel Woods. So it's 10 miles from Bethel Woods. It's near White Lake as well. It's in Callicoon, New York, and
Awesome.
Jeffersonville. So it's 110 miles from the George Washington Bridge.
Awesome. Anyone else have a listing or anything they need for a certain client? No? Okay. Well, thank you guys so much. I'm going to stop the recording.